Have you ever gone to bed feeling perfectly fine, cozy in your favorite position, only to wake up to a nightmare you never saw coming? As a brain doctor, I'm shocked to reveal a truth that could save your life. The way you sleep tonight could silently raise your stroke risk, especially if you're over 60. No chest pain, no dizziness, no warning. Just a sudden, life-altering stroke that could steal your ability to speak, walk, or even hug your loved ones. I've seen vibrant seniors, grandparents, teachers, heroes, lose everything because of simple sleeping habits they thought were safe. They're not. In this video, I'm exposing 7 dangerous sleeping positions and nighttime routines that could be putting your brain in peril, and the simple changes you can make tonight to protect yourself. You need to watch until the end because one small tweak to how you sleep could be the difference between waking up to your life as you know it, or waking up to a reality where everything you cherish is gone. Don't miss this. It could save your life or someone you love. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Sleeping flat on your back with no pillow, a silent stroke trap. Imagine settling into bed, lying flat on your back with your arms resting comfortably by your sides, head cradled directly on the mattress without a pillow. For many seniors, this position feels instinctive, almost meditative, as if you're sinking into the bed, relieving tension in your spine or opening up your chest for easier breathing. Some swear it alleviates chronic back pain or promotes a sense of calm. But beneath this seemingly harmless habit lies a hidden danger. Sleeping flat on your back without elevating your head can significantly increase your risk of a stroke, silently setting the stage for a life-altering event while you sleep. When you lie completely flat, your head is level with or even slightly below your heart. At first glance, this might seem benign, even ideal, for circulation. However, as we age, our cardiovascular system undergoes critical changes. Blood vessels, particularly the veins responsible for draining blood from the brain, lose the elasticity of youth, becoming stiffer and less adaptable. In a flat position, these veins must work against gravity to return blood to the heart, which can cause blood to pool in the brain or slow its flow. This sluggish circulation creates an environment ripe for clot formation, particularly in the early morning hours when blood pressure naturally surges, a phenomenon known as the morning blood pressure spike. For seniors with age-related vascular changes, such as narrowed arteries or undiagnosed hypertension, a single small clot in a critical vessel can trigger an ischemic stroke, leading to devastating consequences like slurred speech, partial paralysis, or even death. Consider the story of Margaret, a 74-year-old retired librarian from Portland, Oregon. Margaret was known for her sharp wit, her love for intricate crossword puzzles, and her nightly ritual of sleeping flat on her back without a pillow, a habit she'd maintained for decades, believing it eased her mild back pain. One chilly morning, her husband, Tom, woke to find her staring blankly at the ceiling, her left arm limp and unresponsive. Panicked, he called 911. At the hospital, doctors confirmed an ischemic stroke caused by a clot in her middle cerebral artery. After extensive testing, her neurologist pinpointed a contributing factor. Her flat sleeping position, combined with age-stiffened arteries, had slowed cerebral blood flow just enough to allow a clot to form. Now, Margaret relies on a walker to navigate her home and struggles to find words that once flowed effortlessly during book club discussions. Tom, still grappling with guilt, shared, "If we'd known something as simple as a pillow could have made a difference, we'd have bought a wedge pillow years ago. It haunts me." The science is clear. Elevating your head during sleep can mitigate this risk. By raising your head 15 to 30 degrees, achievable with 1 or 2 firm pillows or a specialized wedge pillow, gravity assists in draining blood from the brain, reducing intracranial pressure and promoting healthy circulation. This elevation helps keep your brain oxygenated, lowering the likelihood of clot formation. When choosing a pillow, opt for one that supports the natural curve of your neck without tilting your chin forward, as this can compress airways or strain cervical vertebrae. For those at higher risk, such as seniors with hypertension, diabetes, or a history of vascular issues, this small adjustment isn't just a comfort choice. It's a potential lifesaver that could preserve your independence, your memories, and your very essence. The fix: invest in a firm pillow or a wedge pillow designed for sleep elevation, aiming for a 15-30 degree angle. Ensure the pillow supports your neck's natural alignment, avoiding excessive forward tilt. If you're unsure about your stroke risk, consult a healthcare provider to assess your vascular health, especially if you have conditions like atrial fibrillation or sleep apnea. This simple change could be the difference between waking up to your morning coffee or facing a medical emergency. 2. Sleeping face down, a dangerous neck twist. For some, sleeping face down, prone, with your face nestled into a soft pillow and your neck turned to one side to breathe, is the ultimate comfort. It feels like sinking into a warm, protective cocoon, and for those with chronic lower back pain, it may seem to offer relief by stretching the spine. But for seniors, this beloved sleep position is a hidden stroke risk, quietly threatening the blood flow to your brain and potentially robbing you of your ability to walk, speak, or live independently. When you sleep face down, your neck is forced into an extreme twist to allow breathing, placing significant strain on the vertebral arteries. These critical vessels, which run through the cervical spine, supply oxygen-rich blood to the posterior regions of the brain, including the cerebellum, which governs balance, coordination, and consciousness. This sharp twist can compress these arteries, slowing blood flow or even kinking the vessels. Simultaneously, the carotid arteries in the front of the neck, which supply blood to the brain's frontal regions, may also be compromised, especially if a thick pillow pushes your head backward. For seniors with age-related arterial stiffness, hypertension, or undiagnosed sleep apnea, this restricted blood flow creates a perfect storm. Stagnant blood can form clots, and even a tiny clot in a narrowed vessel can trigger a stroke, particularly in the vulnerable early morning hours. The story of James, a 69-year-old retired firefighter from Austin, Texas, serves as a stark warning. James was a pillar of his community, known for his bravery and resilience. For years, he slept face down to ease chronic lower back pain from his firefighting days, believing it was a harmless coping strategy. One night, his wife, Linda, was startled awake by his irregular, labored breathing. By morning, James couldn't move his right side or stand without stumbling. A brain scan revealed a cerebellar stroke caused by a clot in a vertebral artery, which had been compressed by years of sleeping in the prone position. Today, James relies on a cane for mobility, can no longer drive to his favorite fishing spot, and struggles with the frustration of his new limitations. "I thought I was toughing out the pain," he said, his voice heavy with regret. "I had no idea my sleep position was risking my life." Switching to a safer sleep position can dramatically reduce this risk. Side sleeping, often called the lateral position, is ideal for maintaining proper spinal and neck alignment, ensuring unobstructed blood flow through the vertebral and carotid arteries. A firm pillow that keeps your head level with your spine is essential to avoid straining your neck. For those who find it hard to break the habit of stomach sleeping, transitioning gradually, perhaps by using a body pillow to encourage side sleeping, can help. If stomach sleeping is unavoidable due to comfort or pain management, opt for a very thin pillow or no pillow at all to minimize neck torsion and arterial compression. The fix: train yourself to sleep on your side with a firm pillow that aligns your head with your spine, reducing strain on your neck and arteries. If stomach sleeping is a must, use a thin pillow or none to lessen neck twisting. Consult a doctor if you have risk factors like hypertension or sleep apnea, and consider physical therapy to address underlying back pain that drives you to sleep prone. Protecting your brain's blood supply is critical to waking up healthy each morning. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Sleeping with a heavy blanket over your head, suffocating your brain. For some seniors, pulling a heavy blanket over their head at night feels like a comforting return to childhood, a cozy, secure cocoon that blocks out light, muffles a partner's snoring, or shields against a chilly bedroom draft. This habit might seem quirky or harmless, a personal ritual to ensure a restful night. But for older adults, cocooning under a thick blanket poses a serious and under-recognized stroke risk by depriving your brain of vital oxygen, setting the stage for a catastrophic event in the quiet of the night. When you cover your head with a heavy blanket, you create a confined space where exhaled carbon dioxide accumulates, reducing the availability of fresh oxygen. As oxygen levels drop, your brain, already less resilient due to age-related declines in vascular efficiency, begins to struggle. Low oxygen, or hypoxia, causes blood to thicken, increasing its propensity to form clots. This is particularly dangerous in the early morning, when blood pressure naturally rises and strokes are statistically more likely to occur. For seniors with conditions like sleep apnea, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or cardiovascular disease, this oxygen deprivation can amplify the risk of an ischemic stroke, where a clot blocks blood flow to the brain, leading to confusion, speech difficulties, or permanent disability. Evelyn, an 80-year-old grandmother from Bangor, Maine, learned this lesson the hard way. Known for her vibrant personality and love of knitting intricate scarves for her grandchildren, Evelyn had a nightly ritual of pulling her heavy heirloom quilt over her head to block out light and stay warm in her drafty home. One winter morning, her daughter, Sarah, found her disoriented, unable to form coherent sentences or recognize familiar objects. A stroke had struck, triggered by a combination of low oxygen levels and blood thickening caused by her blanket-covered sleep. Evelyn now struggles to hold knitting needles, her once-cherished hobby now a source of frustration. Sarah, still shaken, said, "We thought her blanket habit was just a quirky comfort. We had no idea it was suffocating her brain." The solution lies in creating a sleep environment that prioritizes oxygenation and safety. Swap heavy, non-breathable blankets for lighter, natural fiber bedding like cotton or bamboo, which allows better air circulation. If light or noise is the issue, consider a breathable sleep mask or high-quality earplugs instead of covering your head. Maintaining a bedroom temperature of 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, can keep you comfortable without the need for heavy layers. For those with respiratory or cardiovascular conditions, a conversation with a doctor about nighttime oxygen needs or sleep apnea screening could be life-saving. The fix: replace heavy blankets with breathable bedding and avoid covering your head during sleep. Use a sleep mask for light sensitivity or earplugs for noise. Keep your bedroom cool and well ventilated, ideally at 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have risk factors like sleep apnea or heart disease, consult a healthcare provider for a comprehensive evaluation. Ensuring your brain gets enough oxygen isn't just about comfort, it's about safeguarding your life and independence. 4. Sleeping upright in a recliner, a stroke trap for seniors. For countless seniors, a recliner transforms into more than just a cozy seat. It becomes a makeshift bed. The allure is understandable. Aching joints, chronic acid reflux, or shortness of breath from conditions like COPD or heart failure make lying flat uncomfortable or even unbearable. Wrapped in a soft blanket, with the television murmuring in the background, reclining at a 45 to 60 degree angle feels like a sanctuary. However, this seemingly harmless habit harbors a dangerous secret. Sleeping in a recliner can significantly elevate the risk of stroke by disrupting critical blood flow dynamics, particularly in older adults. When you sleep in a semi-upright position, gravity exerts a downward pull on your blood, causing it to pool in the lower extremities, your legs, hips, and pelvis. This pooling slows circulation, a problem compounded in seniors who often have thicker, more viscous blood due to age-related changes or conditions like diabetes, hypertension, or high cholesterol. Narrowed or stiffened blood vessels, common in aging, further impede proper flow. Over time, this sluggish circulation creates an environment ripe for blood clots to form in the deep veins of the legs, a condition known as deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. These clots can break free during the night, traveling through the bloodstream to the brain, where they may block a vessel and trigger an ischemic stroke. Additionally, the reclined position impairs the body's natural ability to regulate blood pressure, leading to fluctuations that fragile, aging arteries struggle to accommodate. These pressure swings can strain vessel walls, increasing the risk of rupture or clot formation. Consider the story of Barbara, a 76-year-old retired baker from Florida. After hip replacement surgery, she found comfort sleeping in her recliner, believing it was a safer alternative to struggling with a flat bed. For years, she ignored subtle warning signs, swollen ankles, morning dizziness, and persistent fatigue, dismissing them as inevitable signs of aging. But one morning, she awoke disoriented, her left hand limp and unresponsive. A small ischemic stroke had struck, caused by a clot linked to poor circulation from prolonged recliner sleeping. Now reliant on a wheelchair and facing a long road to recovery, Barbara reflects with regret, "I thought I was just getting old. I never imagined my recliner could do this to me." The solution: if elevation is necessary to manage conditions like acid reflux or breathing difficulties, opt for safer alternatives. An adjustable bed frame or a wedge pillow designed to elevate your torso by 10 to 20 degrees can provide relief without compressing your lower body or compromising circulation. Make a habit of stretching your legs and flexing your feet periodically throughout the day to stimulate blood flow. If you must use a recliner during the day, avoid sleeping in it for extended periods, and never make it your primary sleep environment. Regular movement, hydration, and consultation with a doctor about circulation-enhancing measures, like compression stockings, can further reduce risk. Your brain deserves a sleep setup that supports its health, not one that silently undermines it. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Sleeping on your right side with arm under pillow, the deadliest position. There's something inherently comforting about curling up on your right side, your arm nestled snugly beneath your pillow for support. The position feels natural, almost like a warm embrace from your bed, offering a sense of security and familiarity. For many, it's a lifelong habit, honed over decades. Yet, for seniors, this seemingly innocent sleep posture is one of the most hazardous, quietly restricting blood flow to the brain and setting the stage for a stroke. When you lie on your right side with your arm tucked under your head, the weight of your body compresses 2 critical blood vessels, the right carotid artery in your neck and the subclavian artery near your shoulder. These arteries are vital highways, delivering oxygen-rich blood to your brain. In younger individuals, flexible vessels might tolerate this pressure, but in seniors, aging arteries are often narrowed by plaque buildup, atherosclerosis, or stiffened by years of wear and tear. The compression slows blood flow, creating stagnant pools where clots can form. These clots may remain dormant until the early morning, when a natural surge in blood pressure, known as the morning blood pressure surge, can dislodge them. Once freed, these clots can travel to the brain, causing a devastating ischemic stroke. The risk is particularly high between 2 and 6 a.m., when strokes are statistically most likely to occur. Take the case of Robert, a 71-year-old Army veteran from Arizona. A creature of habit, Robert had slept on his right side with his arm under his pillow since his military days in the 1970s. He never questioned the position. It felt safe, familiar, and right. But one morning, he awoke unable to move his left leg, his balance unsteady. A stroke, triggered by a clot in his compressed carotid artery, had robbed him of his mobility. Now reliant on a brace and intensive physical therapy, Robert's voice trembles as he reflects, "I thought I was sleeping safe all those years. I was so wrong." The solution: transition to sleeping on your left side, keeping your arms resting forward or alongside your body, not pinned beneath your head. A contoured cervical pillow can help maintain proper neck and spine alignment, reducing pressure on critical blood vessels. If you're accustomed to right-side sleeping, the shift may feel awkward at first, but it's a small adjustment with profound benefits. Practice this new position during short naps to ease the transition. By prioritizing proper alignment and blood flow, you can protect your brain and preserve your ability to walk, talk, and embrace your loved ones. 6. Tossing and turning all night. Your brain's cry for help. Restless sleep, flipping from side to side, waking frequently, and endlessly adjusting your position, feels like an unavoidable part of aging for many seniors. The discomfort of arthritis, an overactive bladder, or a racing mind often takes the blame. But this constant tossing and turning is more than a nuisance. It may be your brain's desperate cry for help, signaling an increased risk of stroke with every restless shift. Each abrupt movement during sleep disrupts blood flow to the brain, particularly in seniors with stiffened or narrowed arteries due to age or conditions like hypertension. These brief interruptions, though fleeting, can create microstagnations in blood flow, fostering an environment where clots are more likely to form. Restless sleep also exacerbates other stroke risk factors. It spikes cortisol, the stress hormone, destabilizes blood pressure, and triggers inflammation in blood vessels, all of which strain an aging cardiovascular system. Dehydration, common in seniors who avoid drinking water before bed to limit nighttime bathroom trips, further thickens the blood, amplifying clot risk. Low oxygen levels, often linked to undiagnosed sleep apnea or poor sleep quality, add fuel to this dangerous fire. Nancy, a 73-year-old retired nurse from Colorado, experienced months of restless sleep, which she attributed to her arthritis and long hours on her feet during her career. She tossed and turned nightly, waking frequently to adjust her position. One night, she awoke with slurred speech and a numb right arm. A small stroke had struck, linked to unstable circulation and poor sleep quality. Now undergoing physical therapy to regain her strength, Nancy laments, "I thought I was just restless. I had no idea my brain was begging for help." The solution: Treat restless sleep as a medical symptom, not an inevitable part of aging. Start by optimizing your sleep environment. Keep your bedroom cool, ideally 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, dark, and quiet to promote deeper rest. Avoid stimulants like caffeine or alcohol in the evening, as they can fragment sleep. A body pillow can stabilize aching joints, reducing the urge to shift positions. Stay hydrated during the day to prevent blood thickening, but taper fluid intake a few hours before bed to minimize nighttime awakenings. If restlessness persists, consult your doctor about a sleep study to screen for conditions like sleep apnea, which affects up to 20% of seniors and significantly increases stroke risk. By addressing the root causes of restless sleep, you can create a sanctuary for your brain to heal and thrive. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 7. Sleeping after skipping blood pressure or heart meds, a single mistake's cost. Forgetting a medication dose is easy, especially at night when fatigue, distractions, or a busy evening routine take precedence. A missed pill might seem inconsequential, one night won't hurt, you tell yourself. But for seniors taking blood pressure or heart medications, skipping even a single dose before bed can set the stage for a catastrophic stroke during the vulnerable overnight hours. Medications like beta blockers, ACE inhibitors, diuretics, or blood thinners are lifelines for seniors, stabilizing blood pressure, regulating heart rhythm, and preventing clot formation. Missing a dose disrupts this delicate balance, allowing blood pressure to spike unpredictably, particularly during the early morning hours, 2 to 6 a.m., when the body naturally experiences a surge in blood pressure and heart rate. In aging arteries, often narrowed by plaque or weakened by years of strain, this surge can dislodge a clot or rupture a fragile vessel, triggering an ischemic or hemorrhagic stroke. The risk is especially high for seniors with conditions like atrial fibrillation, where irregular heart rhythms already increase clot formation. Harold, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, learned this lesson the hard way. During a lively family gathering, he forgot to take his evening blood pressure medication, dismissing it as a minor oversight. By morning, he couldn't speak, his face drooping on one side. A clot, formed during an unchecked blood pressure spike, had caused a stroke. Now relearning to write and struggling with speech therapy, Harold reflects through tears, "One missed pill cost me everything." The solution: build a fail-safe system to ensure you never miss a dose. Set a nightly alarm on your phone or clock to prompt you at the same time each evening. Keep a clearly labeled pill organizer by your bedside, pre-filled with your medications for the week. Enlist a trusted family member or caregiver to check in and confirm you've taken your dose. If you're prone to forgetting, consider a smart pill dispenser that alerts you to missed doses. Above all, never rationalize skipping a dose, even for one night. Your brain depends on the stability these medications provide to survive the night unscathed. Thank you for staying with me through this eye-opening journey into how something as simple as sleep can shape your health and future. As a brain doctor, I've shared these 7 dangerous sleeping habits not to scare you, but to empower you with the knowledge to protect your brain, your independence, and the life you love. Every night is a chance to make choices that keep you thriving. Your speech, your memories, your ability to live fully. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned from this video that's made you rethink your sleep routine? Maybe it's elevating your head, switching sides, or never skipping that pill again. Share one thing you'll put into practice in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to sleep smarter and live stronger. If you found this video valuable, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more life-saving health tips tailored for you. Here's to sleeping wisely and embracing every day on your terms. Thank you for caring about your brain. Now go protect it.